present about the ancient Rome in this video. Firstly, I think you all have known about the movie The Gladiator, right? Okay, and today we will tell you something that is very interesting and important. Okay, let's go!
Architecture in Roman is usually enormous buildings with various types of statues of their gods such as Colosseum. The ancient Roman employed structure on which they moved their colony. They were probably inspired by Greek and Hellenic.
Art in Roman show through design of action, texture, painting, sculpture, pottery, cloth, armor, metalwork, gem engraving, ivory carving, and glass.
The Roman military is the most successful and powerful in history, dominating the Western world for over 1,000 years. The size, strength, and organizations of their infantry force wouldn't be equal again for another 1,000 years. The Romans believed themselves to be descendants of Mars, literally the sons of the war god. They were a proud and uncompromising people who, above all else, excelled at the art of warfare.
The Roman Republic, sometimes is called the ashes of the monarchy, years underneath the unyielding yoke of King George, the people of Rome, that they had to safeguard against the rule and possible oppressions of one individual. The real authority of or imperium of the republic and later empire was to be divided among three basic elements erected: non-hereditary, magistrate, and senate to advise the consent and popular assemblies.
Instead of the king, and to guard against despotism, the new government chose consuls, two in number. These individuals were not elected by the populace, but appointed by the popular assembly. The comitia centuriata, each consul served a 1 year, not consecutive term. Also, he could serve a second or third term later, as both political and military heads of state. Consul possesses supreme executive power, commanding the army, presiding over the senate, and progressing legislations. However, at the safeguard, each consul had the ability to veto the altar decisions. As a symbol of their authority, they wore a traditional woolen toga with a purple border set upon the spatial chair or sella curis, and were attended by at least 6 spatial assistants or victors. Their symbols were the faces, the bundle of rods and axes. At the end of their 1 year term, they were held accountable to the popular assembly for any decisions made or actions taken. Many consuls would have their duty extended by becoming a proconsul, a governor of one of many Roman provinces. Famous figures who served as consul included Julius Caesar, Marcus Licinius Crassus, Pompey the Great, and Mark Antony.
Legacy of Rome. The civilization of ancient Rome had a lasting legacy on world history. The legacy of ancient Rome is still felt today in Western culture in areas such as government, law, language, architecture, engineering, and religion.
Many modern-day governments are modeled after the Roman Republic, such as balance of power, veto, and representation, all were developed and recorded by the Romans. The United States have 3 branches of government. First, the executive branch or the president is similar to the elected consuls of Rome. The legislative branch or Congress is similar to the Roman assemblies, like Senate. Finally, the judicial branch is similar to the Praetor of Rome. The US even named one house of Congress the Senate after the Senate of Rome.
Roman law had a significant influence over the modern day laws of many countries. Legal ideas like trial by jury, civil rights, contracts, personal property, legal wills, and corporations all were influenced by Roman law and the Roman way of looking at things.
The Latin language, spoken by the Romans, spread throughout much of Western Europe during the time of the Roman Empire. Many languages evolved from Latin. These languages are called the Romance languages. They include French, Spanish, Portuguese, Italian, and Romanian. Around 800 million people around the world speak a Romance language today.
The building and architecture of ancient Rome still influence many building design today. The neoclassical architecture movement of the 18th century was a return to many of the ideas of the Roman. You can see the influence of Roman architecture in government buildings, large banks, and even some buildings like the United States Capitol building. The Romans changed the Western world by spreading their innovation in engineering throughout the empire. They built long-lasting roads that helped to increase trade and also helped their armies to quickly move about the empire. Many of these roads are still used today. The Romans were also known of their public projects. They built aqueducts to bring water into the city for all to use. They also built public buildings like bathhouses. The Romans used perfect concrete to build many of these projects. It allowed them to build strong and durable buildings at a lower cost than stone.
The later part of Roman Empire had a great impact on religion in Europe. Through the spread of Christianity, Rome was the home of the Catholic Church, which would hold great influence over Europe for the next 1,000 years. Today, Christianity is the largest religion in Europe.
And you all know, how is ancient Rome portrayed in the movie? Okay, I will tell you. The ancient Rome in the Gladiator is portrayed as the powerful, extensive, and civilized empire which fight with uncivilized tribes. The movie presents the technologies of ancient Rome, such as catapult or the ballista. However, the movie also shows the problem about politics and conflict between the emperor and the consul.
And the last, what have you learned in ingenuity or genius of romance? How will you apply it in your present or future? I think I have learned that there is always a problem in politics of everywhere, but every problem always have the way to solve. And I have learned, although we are the best empire that has more high technology, art or else, everyone, every day, we will fall absolutely. Thing we can do is only to make your everyday be the best. And now, what's about you? What will you do? Goodbye.